After I binge watched season 3 of Fauda, I went into a bit of withdrawal. But now comes Tehran, an espionage thriller from Fauda writer Moishe Zonder. And it tells the thrilling story of a Mossad agent who goes deep undercover on a dangerous mission in Tehran that places her and everyone around her in dire jeopardy. New episodes are premiering weekly now, every Friday, exclusively on Apple TV Plus, which I'm a very happy subscriber to. And I have to tell you, Tehran is good for business. I know so many people in my neighborhood who are signing up. Joining me is series director, co-creator Daniel Syrkin. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Mike, for talking to me. It's amazing. I love the Maccabiah flag behind you.
Yes, absolutely. I put it up especially for you. Exactly. I'll never be in the Maccabiah games, but certainly would love to see them at some point in the future. Now, Daniel, all I can say after having binge watched all of the episodes, I was very fortunate as a media person to get an advanced copy of them. Wow, what an amazing series! What's the feedback you're getting from people who've either seen the whole series in Israel or have seen it, starting to watch it on Apple?
So, Mike, thank you. I'm so happy that you love the series, and thank you for the amazing thing you're saying. And actually, it has been a crazy, unbelievable ride for us, starting from Israel when it was just a huge, huge hit on our public broadcaster Khan, who was our partners and the commissioning editors. And then it started leaking to other places, first through piracy, and we got some great feedbacks. But then it came out on Apple TV Plus, and we started to get amazing feedbacks worldwide. It's great. Yesterday I was on Instagram, and I found a place in Norway, and I was looking into it, and I started chatting with the person there, and she told me, "Hey, are you the director of Tehran? I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Everybody's talking about it." I said to myself, "Yo, that's amazing. I mean, an Israeli show being watched in Norway, that's crazy."
I guess there was an appetite for a show like this. Fauda, 3 seasons. We don't know when the next one is going to be. There will be one. And this, to me, is as close to Fauda as you possibly can get.
It's wonderful being compared with such a great show. I think that our show is a little bit different than Fauda in terms that I think it is also a really fast-paced thriller, but I think that we take our time dipping deep into the characters, and especially I would say that our character Tamara Binyan, who played by the amazing Nif Sultan, makes it really special. She's strong but vulnerable. She's young, but she has sometimes the brains of an older woman, and she's just, I think, one of a kind hero and actress.
It's edge of your seat, and that's how I compare it to Fauda. When we watch Fauda, binge watching has become the new wave now. A lot of people will be able to binge watch Tehran if they wait until all the episodes have been posted on Apple TV Plus, but a lot will watch a few at a time. That's the newest rave, I would say. But yes, you must have been thrilled with your lead character, and I know the two of you took lessons in Farsi together.
That's true. That's true. For me, it was for us. It was very interesting, important that people that speak, the characters that speak Farsi will really speak good Farsi, and we wanted realism. And people who speak Hebrew and the Mossad speak Hebrew. So I thought to myself, how on earth am I going to direct Farsi? I directed things in French. I speak French. In Russian, I speak Russian, but I don't speak Farsi. And I'm not used to directing languages that I don't understand. So I thought to myself, I have to learn Farsi. And that turned out to be the best decision I did. First, because I took Niv with me. I schlepped Niv with me to the lessons much before, a long time before she really had to learn Farsi just for her lines. I thought it's important for her to also get the understanding of the structure of the language. But it was so important because first we became really good friends, and I really could trust my protagonist, the actress, who plays the protagonist. And secondly, language is just a window into a culture. And through just learning, 3 words in Farsi, the 3 first words you learn in Farsi, mother, which is modar, father, which is pedar, and thank you, which is informal merci, you understand you know nothing about Iran or nothing about Persian. You know, it's crazy.
So
Yeah.
and that's how it continued.
Yeah, well, I noticed being from Montreal, where French is the first language, there were a lot of words that were similar to the French language in Farsi. So we heard a lot of mercis for sure. Now, one of the things about Fauda that was so great, and I've had the chance to interview Lior Raz on 2 occasions, and what he told me and he told many other people is that the show was not only enjoyed by Israelis, but the Arab world just loved it because they showed the Arab world as real people who had families. And I found the same thing, without giving anything away, in Tehran, that you showed people who love their country but don't necessarily like their regime. Was that one of your goals? And are you getting any feedback from Iranians on this show?
Well, yes, Mike. You know, one of our goals was to portray Iranians as really multifacial, or I would just say, just normal human beings. Because what we usually see on TV from Iran is actually nothing. We just see their leaders, and we see maybe some demonstrations, some protests. We don't know what Iran is inside, and you know, we really dove deep, and we made a really deep research with many experts, trying and striving to show a round face of Iran in Iranians. And, you know, I have so many emails and so many little messages on my Instagram or on my Facebook from people within Iran that just love the show. I mean, it's crazy, it's overwhelming, and for me, it's the most moving thing. That people, of course, people living, you know, Jews, Iranian Jews living in Israel love it, and for them, it's an opening to their culture and their pride as Iranian Jews. But non-Jewish, you know, Iranians from Iran, people who say that they were able to see their country like it was never shown before, in true colors. And for me, being Israeli, being able to show Iran to Iranians and to audiences worldwide, people in America, you know, that's amazing.
In the entire series was filmed in Greece. Greece posed as Iran. I didn't know that after I watched the first episode. Then I went and Googled, and of course I had the press kit, so it kind of told me. But you chose Greece. It really was probably a beautiful substitute. I mean, who would have known? A viewer would have no idea. It looked like Iran to me, from what I know about Iran.
I'm so happy, Mike, that you're saying it. I was almost fooled myself. You know, I got to tell you. Of course, I've never been in Tehran, but we did an extensive research and we watched a lot of movies and especially a lot of photography from Tehran. And we found out that Greece has this sort of particular architecture, which is something between Middle Eastern and Western. And Iran, Tehran, is a huge city, also like Athens, surrounded by mountains, pretty much like Athens. And the architecture is mainly 50s, 60s, 70s, with some high rises here and there. And it was really similar. And we had to do a really big job to transform the streets of Athens, which is covered with this beautiful graffiti. We had to make all the graffiti go away, bring in street signs, extras, get rid of American cars, because in Tehran you don't have many American cars because of the embargo. So we tried to put as many European cars as we could. And you know, we had one scene where we recreated the electric company of Tehran. And we really copied the real original sign of the Iranian Tehran Electric Company. We put it in a huge building in the middle of Athens. And we painted the street and we put our extras there. And since I know a little bit of Farsi, I was just sitting there on my director's chair. And two guys, refugees, Iranian refugees, were walking on the street. And suddenly I saw that they were a little bit in a shock. And as they were walking next to me, one of them said, "Brother, where are we? Where are we?" And
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is it? Can we say? I know we have the pandemic right now, so you know filming is kind of not normal. But are we talking about a season 2 yet?
you know, I don't have a crystal ball, but I hope that we will be picked by Apple for season 2. We're getting ourselves ready with the ideas, you know. So if the whole thing happens, hopefully and more people get subscribed to Apple TV Plus, and it's a success, we'll have a second season. So, but if we do, we're ready.
I mean,
Already,
Apple TV Plus, it's still kind of new to a lot of people. I know that I was a Netflix person, and I got a new phone. When I got my new phone in the summer, I got a 1-year free subscription to Apple TV Plus, and it's kind of addictive once you get it. That's going to be a great, I think, a great platform for you to ensure that people all over the world get to watch the show.
Listen, this platform is just amazing. First of all, I had the same thing like you, the Apple TV Plus. I had a phone. I turned on my smart TV. I saw that I have the Apple TV, and then I saw it's free because I had this device. And ever since I've been buying devices all the time, so I don't pay the $5 a month. But I'll tell you what's most remarkable about it. Right now, I see it that I just literally know that it's worldwide, and it came out the same moment all over the world, which is it's imperceivable, you know. And actually, just before our show was on Apple TV Plus. I really enjoyed Little America, where Sean Toub also has a beautiful part, and I love the morning show, which is really important and it's a great show. So it's really, it's a pleasure and honor to join this, this list of shows.
Well, I definitely, if we do season 2, Sean Toub is on my list. He's a phenomenal actor, so believable, an Iranian Jew who often plays the bad guy, but he was a bad guy you kind of liked in a way, and showed the human side. So a great show. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me on the Suburban On Air.
thank you very much, Mike. It's a pleasure, real pleasure.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
You have 47 minutes. Stay in communication with me. Do what you have to do. And we'll be home by tomorrow afternoon.
یه اتفاق بعد افتاده. یه مأمور موساد وارد ایران شده.
اسرائیلیات میخوان یه کار بزرگ بکنن.
The coast is clear. Take care of the package.
I'm in. Copy that.
همین امروز میخوام گیرش بندازم. اینو پیدا کن.
The cops are here. You have to get out.
I'm almost done. התחילה את הפריצה הפיזית.
دیگه کی هستی؟
The mission is burned. They're on to you now.
من مخلوط شدم؟
از مسکن خشب. جایی ندارم برم. فقط یه شب.
میدونی قایم کردن یه اسرائیلی یعنی چی؟
I will get you out. I'll do whatever it takes.
داره کارشو میکنه.
I need your help. The police are looking for me. They're questioning everyone here.
دست بالا بیا بیرون.
تو میدونی ازت چی میخوام؟
نه، من هیچ وقت خانمو ندیدم.
You keep lying to me. You're not gonna make it home alive. If I were you, I'd get my revenge on all of Tehran. You have till midnight. Do not test me.
יש לי כיוון לפעולה. חייבת להוריד פרופיל. We're not gonna get another chance.
منم میخوام حالشون رو بگیرم و به زانو درشون بیارم. طوری که همه دنیا ببینن.
There's no going back now.